This stand is the perfect reminder of why predator hunting will humble you 1 second and then light you up with pure, uncontrolled adrenaline the next, because it can go from absolutely dead quiet to full-blown chaos faster than your brain can even process what's unfolding in front of you. One moment you're settled in, heart rate slow, rifle resting steady, eyes scanning the terrain, listening to the wind roll through the grass and thinking this might be a long sit, and the very next second, someone whispers, "Lift him, Josh," all the way down there, still rolling, and suddenly there's a coyote running as hard as a coyote can possibly run, flat out, wide open, ears pinned back, covering ground like a missile with fur, and instinct takes over before conscious thought even catches up. The shot breaks at barely 30 feet, dirt and dust explode, and that coyote crumples mid-stride like someone yanked the plug, and your heart is pounding so hard you can hear it in your ears, hands shaking. Just enough to remind you how real this is, because this isn't staged, this isn't scripted, this is real predator hunting exactly how it happens in the field, raw, fast, unforgiving, and completely unpredictable, and that's why we do it, because every coyote we take helps livestock, helps wildlife, helps ranchers protect what they've worked their whole lives to build, and yes, even helps protect those little fluffy pets back home that most people never think about when they talk about predators. And when someone calls out "nice headshot," "drill him," "nice job," that isn't hype or exaggeration. That's respect for making a shot under pressure that most people will never experience, let alone understand, and before you even have time to reset your breathing. It's nice, Josh, we gotta double down this morning because Holly's already spotted movement way out there, 2 coyotes coming in from as far as the eye can see, tiny specks at first that slowly turn into bodies moving with purpose. Using every dip and fold in the terrain to their advantage, slipping through a ditch like they've done 1,000 times before, popping up closer than expected, never checking up, never hesitating, fully committed to the sound. The first coyote loops out about 50 yards trying to get the wind, classic behavior, always testing, always cautious, while the second coyote stays tucked in behind him, so locked in on that call that he doesn't even react when the first shot rings out, doesn't flinch, doesn't slow down, just keeps coming like nothing happened. And that's when the second shot breaks and that coyote drops right there at about 150 yards, 2 down, awesome stand, and you almost don't even realize how smoothly it all went until you're standing there replaying it in your head. Then it's back to scanning, back to listening, "I don't see him," you ranging him, and suddenly "Nice, Josh, nice shot," because another coyote slips in close, almost too close for comfort, 20 yards or less. Like he's testing you, never stops, hits your wind, spins and burns out, and now you're ranging, steadying, 288 yards, settle the crosshairs, squeeze, and he folds up like a lawn chair, another stand wrapped up in seconds that felt like minutes, and that's how these mornings go when everything lines up just right. Then the next stand is just as intense but completely different, collar set out about 15 yards, 15 minutes of nothing, that kind of silence that messes with your head and makes you second guess everything, then switching sounds, hitting some pup distress, getting a response over the hill, reading the wind and knowing exactly what they're going to try to do, knowing they'll swing behind you if given the chance, so you move the collar upwind and away, make the adjustment, hit the sound again, and here comes a coyote straight into your lap, perfect approach, right at about 100 yards, no hesitation, shot breaks. dropped in his tracks, clean and fast, and you're already thinking about the next move because predator hunting never lets you relax for long. Then it's crashed, you dropped it, and suddenly you're talking about a 475-yard shot, because sometimes conditions force you to change everything you normally do. High winds ripping across the prairie, volume higher than usual just to cut through it. A coyote pops up like he was sleeping right there, hears that call, instantly starts circling downwind like they always do, smart, cautious, experienced, and instead of letting him slip away you settle in at 475 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Trust your data, trust your rifle, trust your fundamentals, squeeze and watch him drop right where he stood, and those long shots hit different because they're earned through patience and discipline. Then the beeping of rangefinders, excitement in voices, nice shot, and another double down unfolds. First coyote in 2 minutes dropped on that hill, and instead of packing up you keep calling. Because experience tells you there's more out there, you spot another coyote at least a mile out, just a dot moving with purpose, and you commit to the long game, 30 minutes of patience, pretending he's still working in, not rushing, not second-guessing, and finally he appears, looping around the same hill, giving you a 200-yard opportunity. Squeeze, fold him up, double down again, and from there the day just keeps stacking, stand after stand blending together into one long stretch of dust. Wind, suppressed shots, quick decisions, whispered communication, and controlled chaos. Sometimes coyotes charging in so fast you barely have time to shoulder the rifle, other times making you work for every inch, circling, testing, hanging up at distance, forcing you to adapt, adjust volume, move the collar, change sounds, read the terrain, watch other animals for clues, trust your partners to see what you can't. Holly catching movement you'd miss if you blinked, Josh making shots under pressure when it counts, everyone working together like a well-oiled machine, and every stand reinforces the same lesson over and over again. Predator hunting is never predictable, never boring, and never forgiving if you're not ready, and by the end of the day you're tired, dusty, adrenaline spent, legs sore from walking, throat dry from calling, but deeply satisfied, knowing you did your job out there, helping ranchers protect their livestock, managing predators responsibly, and capturing moments most people will never witness, moments that remind you why you keep coming back, why you sit through the quiet, why you keep calling even when nothing happens for 15 or 20 minutes, because at any second it can go from 0 to 100, and when it does, you'd better be ready, rifle steady, mind calm, heart pounding, waiting for that next flash of fur to appear over the hill.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.